Look, I'm unstoppable. Forget your defense, nothing but an obstacle. Run it back, switch it up, call it audible. Serving up them Hail Marys till the game over with the showstopper. So hot, you gotta blow on it. I said I'll huff and I'll puff, then I'll pass to my left while I'm looking to my right. Hit him right in the chest. It be looking like magic. Better give me the throne. I ain't talking about Patrick, but I rep my home. I'm never at the end of my zone. I'm bad to the bone. Eating up these pig skins like they chicharrones. And you a douche cabron. Mira, mira at the mirror on the wall. I'm the greatest of them all. They gon' put me in the hall. Your name is only written in a bathroom stall. Quit your stalling and make a play. My drive too long. Pop the clutch, I don't pump the brakes. I know what it takes to gain the muscle, get rugged. These butterfingers be fumbling. Squash a scrimmage and rub it in Robitussin. How I give them concussion. They seeing double, they rushing and pass the shovel. The dirt and rubble, I bury them under it. Stay in your huddle and get 10 yards back. Never turn your back. I'ma pull your flag. I go full contact. Out punch, out kick like a shotgun blast on one out snap. It's a fact that I'm unstoppable. Forget your defense, nothing but an obstacle. Run it back, switch it up, calling audible. Serving up them Hail Marys till the...
What's good, everybody? No, what's good, Coast fans? I don't care about anybody else. What's good, Coast fans? Welcome back to a new episode of Hush Mile Podcast, where you have all our Coast contents, the best content for us Coast fans here on Hush Mile Podcast. And I'm going to go ahead and introduce my guy next to me, and Austin. How you doing, my guy?
I'm doing great. Feeling good. 3-0. Happy.
Yes, if you guys can see the title says 3 weeks, 3 victories. We haven't seen that title. We haven't seen that since 2009, starting season 3-0. So, what what a joyous occasion to be a Colts fan. You see a team starting hot like this, and I hope it continues. But just to see us, winning 3 games in a row, I love it, guys. So, join into the chat and just give us your thoughts about this win against the Titans. It's I was gonna say not often we beat the Titans. I'd be lying. Because this is what it's 5 straight games the Colts have beat the Titans. 5 in a row. Not all of them been as bad as the one on Sunday. Uh, been pretty close, field goal game or 1 possession game, 2 possession game, but not a belt to ass, not a 41-20. And I said on my Twitter or X that if it wasn't for those, you know, them being at home and one for those BS fourth down stuff that happened in the game, penalties and stuff like that from Xavier Howard, this would have been a bad bad game. It wouldn't have even been 20. I think it would have been like 4-6. I think we gave them those extra points, those extra 2 touchdowns um, to make it manageable, but it was never coming back. Do you think?
No. Yeah, it was never a game. Like the beginning of the game, obviously it's always starting 0-0, but then whenever we got into the game, they weren't. You could just tell it wasn't going to be as close as it has been in the past.
What is good, Teresa? You know what? I want to go. I'm not sure if you've seen her post anything on Facebook. She just had surgery today, and she's right now recovering. So, all your Colts fans and everybody else that are watching this live stream tonight, send out the prayers to Miss Teresa. She's one of our biggest supporters on this podcast. So, give her your wishes for her to get well soon. Even in the hospital right now, she's watching this episode. So, uh, that's major. So, I always get well. But from the Hush and Wild podcast and all the podcasts and all the content creators, we want to wish you good well. Get well. Um, but like you said, it wasn't any doubt. When you come out the gate with a pick six, game was over. I know people saying, "Hey, you're overreacting," but that was an easy 32 yards I've ever seen in my life from Kenny Moore to get that pick six, and he just read that play all the way. He read it. He knew that it was going to that in that flat in the flat to Tony Pollard, and he jumped that route and went to the end zone. And I was so excited. I probably yelled. I was at work. I probably yelled so loud at work, and people thought I was crazy. But it's just the way I was. Just the juices was flowing in this game because of leading up to the game. Man, you saw a bunch of Titans fans saying they're gonna beat the shit out of us and pretty much dominate us at home.
Yeah. They said it's a trap game.
Oh, it was a trap game and stuff like that. Daniel Jones not doing it against them and what else it was. It said a lot of stuff. What else did you see? It was.
Yeah, I mean, just typical Titans fans not really knowing what they're talking about,
Are
just
you
talking
saying
to talk.
that? Are you saying that the typical delusion from them? What are you saying?
Yeah,
Okay, gotcha. Bunch of delusion from them. She got Indiana Jones. I'm sorry. I do apologize. She said Indiana Jones. Just got to keep going one day at a time. I agree. As long as he continue playing it the way he's playing, uh, I'm not saying MVP candidate, but he's in the talks right now. But I'm not saying he's gonna be MVP at the end of the season. Things can happen. Right now, there's no clear cut who can be the MVP. Is everybody playing, you know, roundabout, normal right now? 3 games. No, like I said, no league candidate. Not even Pat Mahomes, not Jalen Hurts. I mean, none of those guys are
d
really.
JT. I don't know.
JT can, yeah. JT can definitely put himself in that position to be an MVP because he's our most valuable player on this team and across the league as well. Being that he has been carrying his team um, to victories as he did on Sunday. Literally stiff on somebody. I get into episode. I get
Indeed.
it. But before we get into this episode, guys, let's talk about this. Let's talk about fanbattlesports.com. That's who our sponsorship is. And we want you to download Substack and subscribe to the network where you can see all of our content. You can see articles that have been written on there as well, past past episodes that we recorded in the past. You can check those out as well on that fanbattlesports.com. Check that out, guys. We appreciate it. You can also follow on Twitter, Facebook, you name it. But some NFL news, guys. NFL news across the league. We have seen some bad things happen and good things happen as well. Bad thing is, we saw that the Giants announced a new quarterback, rookie quarterback they drafted in the first round. Uh, Jackson Dart will be starting week 4. I can't remember the team they playing, but he'll be starting week 4. After we'll be seeing on Monday night. Was it Monday night?
Sunday night,
Sunday night against
Chiefs.
Chiefs. It was a snooze fest. It was. It
Yeah,
was. It was a snooze fest. 22-9 game or 6 game, however it was.
and
Uh,
Chiefs didn't even play good either.
they didn't play good. That was pretty. It felt like they were going to lose, but that's how bad the Giants are. To where Chiefs was able to come out victorious in that game. So, other news for people that fantasy, you have we call him Scary Terry. He's injured. He gonna be. I think he's still gonna be out. Mike Evans, the 12, 13-year veteran, he's gonna be out for a couple weeks. Noticeably, Kenny Moore. We know that he got knocked out of the game on Sunday against the Titans, and we found out they had a calf injury. He was not on IR, but he's going to miss some time. And that's why you saw the Colts pick up a veteran cornerback in Mike Hilton. Uh, he played with Bengals for a couple years and played under Lou and Ramo as well with the Bengals. So we got a guy that has over 200 something. Well, at least with the Bengals, over 200 something tackles with that team. So he has a lot of experience. He played in the Super Bowl a couple years ago against the Rams, where they were defeated. But he has a lot of miles, and he's seen a lot of defenses in his 10 years as NFL pro. So we want to see what he does with this team. He's on the practice squad right now, but he'll eventually probably be elevated to the roster going forward. So that's good on that. What else? What else I'm missing for us? Oh, the good thing is Titans traded their their CB2, second-year player, Jarvis Brownlee, in the 7th. They traded
yeah.
him in the 7th to the Jets for a 6th-round pick. How you feeling about that?
When you It doesn't make sense for them because they're obviously not gonna win anything this year. So they would typically wanna get young, and he's young, and he's not bad. So it doesn't make sense to trade a young cornerback that could be helpful in your future. The trade didn't make sense. I don't know if something happened behind the scenes or what, but Just on the surface, it doesn't make sense for the Titans.
You know, for a team that need the weapons, that need not the weapons, need the extra defensive players because they were missing some guys Sunday. He was one of the
Yeah.
guys that missed.
Yeah, it
Uh,
would make sense if he was like a veteran that wanted to win now. He's coming to the end of his career, but like you said, it's like his second year in the league, and that's the kind of guy you want on a team that's not going to be good right away.
I mean, we watched the game. We see a former Colts player in Daryl Baker get pushed by AD Mitchell and got I think it was a holding penalty, spy foul penalty that put us in the red zone. Uh, when you see guys like that have that, you know, those that guy who got cut by the coach for those same reasons, and he's your what, you know, your I don't know who that corners are. I think you got. Oh, they I guess they McCary. He's a second year player as well. I think a third year player, and they have Sneed. But you can always have uh, more DBs. You know, secondary to stand. They picked up Samuel Walmack and then Baker. I just don't think that it was a great move to uh, trade a guy for what. You know, it got to be something else. Like you said, behind the scenes that is that we don't know about that will probably surface later on. Another thing too, the Titans. I'm sorry, the Titans traded or well, no, release a veteran DB, a safety. Is it what's the name is?
Oh, Texans,
Yeah,
CJ Gardner Johnson.
yeah, CJ Gardner Johnson. We don't know what happened, but I think there are things that have been putting out about an hour that he criticized his teammates. He was just uh, basically a locker room cancer for that team, which we all knew that. He played with numerous teams from the Saints, Philadelphia Eagles, numerous teams. How you feel about this move? You think it was just we knew this already was going to happen?
Yeah, I mean, you knew who you were trading for when you traded for him. So to cut him because has some he's gonna talk in the locker room, that doesn't make sense either. Because he's not a bad player. He won the Super Bowl last year. He's a starter in your secondary. Like, that doesn't make sense to me either. Like, you knew who you were going to get when you got him.
The guy that's you know and going to a team. I mean, we're not saying that the team is not a winning organization because they are winning. A winning organization as of the past two seasons. Just not this year. They're 0-3 after losing to the Jags on Sunday.
Yeah,
But
probably 0-4 when they lose to the Titans on Sunday.
then you said they got flexed into what time? 4 a.m. I
Yeah,
mean,
4 AM. Yeah, nobody wants to watch that.
the own teams don't watch it. But it just shows you right there. The end and there is that there's an issue somewhere. You know, a guy that goes to a team and the team is not winning. I guess that's probably one of the reasons why he probably did criticize his teammates because somebody got to hold each other accountable. If it's not the
He probably said something to CJ Stroud because CJ Stroud ain't playing good at all.
yes, I know people want to blame the new OC, but when you have a quarterback of that magnitude,
Someone was
you
detected at your
don't
driveway.
you don't blame you don't blame a new guy. A new guy that been caught in plays. He's a new guy. He's I think his first time being OC from the Rams. They got him from the Rams. But to sit here and say, okay, hey, well, it's his fault because we're not winning. He's calling, BS plays. He's being conservative or whatever they want to use the excuse. Start out as your quarterback. Is your quarterback play elevated the team? No, it's not. And I don't want to bring up the stats for the past 15 games. His numbers are similar to AR or record. I think AR has a game or two games ahead, but that's pretty much pathetic for a guy that's right now our backup. So um, yeah, that's wild. And that's part of our news as well to see. Appreciate that. That's to see our teams in a division that was supposed to be ahead of us. You see teams like the Texans, that was projected to be on the cusp of being elite. You saw
Yeah,
those.
they're supposed to run away with AFC South.
Yeah, they're supposed to run away. Now they
I
ran.
said all offseason, it's gonna be close. Like, they could win it, but it ain't looking like it right now.
Yeah, it ain't looking like that at all right now, and they looking like they're pretty much headed for a top pick if they have them. I know they traded some picks to get William, not William, get uh, I can't remember the name already. I'm having a brain fart.
Will
WHS,
Anderson.
Will Anderson Jr. To get him. I don't know if they're gonna have a pick this year. I didn't look at that trade, the full details. I don't know how many picks they gave up. I know they gave up last year's pick. It was worth it, but it's a lot right now going on when your team is not doing well. The offensive line is bad. Yeah,
Uh, More than bad.
more than bad. So, yeah, that's part of our news. Something else happened too around the league.
You
The
got if you're talking about just injuries, Najee Harris out for the year with Achilles. James Conner also
oh
got
yeah,
hurt. So
oh that's terrible. Veteran guy, been around the league as well. Been in the league for a good while to be injured, and now for the year. It's definitely um, it sucked as a fan. We've been there before. We've seen our players be out for the year. What's good, Chris? But it's trees. Oh, that game that was wild too. I
it was
did say,
that game was closer than I thought it was going to be. Honestly,
oh yeah, I had the Bills putting belt to ass because those Dolphins. Uh, yeah, it's pretty bad. Oh, that's here's a Titans fan in the chat speaking, saying that AR-15. He's not well, at least he's not on IR. He's actually playing. I mean, he's not playing, but
yeah,
he's
he got playing time against y'all. So I don't know.
that's pretty bad when you have a team that got beat pretty bad, and then you're I think was it 2 minutes? Before I think 3 minutes. I think within 3 minutes left in
Yeah,
the
it's
game,
before the 2 minute warning, I think.
42 minutes, and he out here, getting first downs uh, at the 2 minute warning to ice the game. Well, not ice the game, but just milk the clock. That's embarrassing for a Titan fan, for the Titans, who was supposed to come in and be a different team, be a difference maker. When they added those guys, those the GM from the Chiefs, adding Brian Callahan from the Bengals. They thought they had a team that was going to be good for years, but now they're trading away players. Who's next? Is it going to be Jeffrey Simmons? Is it going to be Snead? Snead
That's the
should
guy
have,
they should trade.
but
Both those guys.
well, after what happened on Sunday, Snead should go first. He should have been the first guy to leave because he got stiff arm.
They should just drop Snead. I don't.
Yeah, this is second year getting Bears right in Tennessee because last year was a walk
Yeah,
off.
last year, Michael Pittman like mossed him.
And Mike Pittman had a bad back, right?
Hmm.
What do you say? He has an attitude issue.
Yeah, he's talking about Jarvis.
Yeah, I can see that. But I mean, so does Snead. It was asking him a question in the press conference, and he was smart mouth. He was just irritated. Uh, Losing does that. I mean, just last year you saw Zaire Franklin talking like this, and him and Pat McAfee going at it as well. So I mean, you get when it's losing like that, and they've been losing. This is like their ninth game in a row from last year losing. So they're on a 9 game losing streak. They haven't won a game in quite a bit. So that does helps. It does. It don't help as a defender or as a player, professional player that you've been losing. And you
Yeah, uh, Michael Pittman. He was talking after the game. He was saying how in pregame warmups they were looking sluggish. They didn't even look like they wanted to be there, and that's not the type of culture that you need to have, especially for a young team that just needs to get the playing time to get better. Like, you need to have somebody in the locker room that's lifting them up. Like, that should be Snead or Jeffrey Simmons. Like, they need somebody to, like, yeah, you're losing, but let's at least look like we're trying. Like,
right,
don't just go out there sluggish before the game.
not that was so unserious. I mean, for Pittman to say that, I know a lot of guys from Amani Hooker and their right guard or Peter or whatever his name is. They spoke on it. They said they're not sure what Pittman saw, but Pittman have no reason to lie about this. Pittman have no reason. What does Pittman gain for this? He does not gain anything for saying that his team looked unserious.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't a game straight out the gate, like you said. When pick six happened, it wasn't even a game anymore.
Right,
So, I mean, what he said seems to be true.
right. I mean, just unserious. This is a division game. I don't care about the games against uh, who they play, Rams and Denver Broncos. I don't care about those two games. Those games are out of division games. When you face your division team, it looks like the game against the Texans and Jacksonville. Sluggish.
Yeah, that was ugly.
That was ugly.
But the Titans played the Rams and the Broncos better than they played us,
Yeah, they
which
gave up.
is usually different. Like, they usually play us hard,
And
and
it was,
then even if in their down years, they play us hard, but I don't know.
and from that game, I saw a lot of errors from the quarterback, which is a rookie. Those sidearm throws that killed me. I hated that. He kept just it's like, and it kept being missed target or and drop passes from the receiver. It was just it's a lot of going on. There's a lot going on in that organization that needs they're supposed to be rebuilding year. They need a full overhaul. Period. Start all over except the quarterback. And I mean, just let go of the coaches, staff, just move on. Just keep your quarterback and just start all over because that team is not good. I don't care how many trades they make. I don't care how many players they add in free agency. They are not good football team. You can blame Callahan. You can blame defense coordinator, Denard Wilson. You can blame whoever else. It starts out with getting the right mindset, and they haven't had the right mindset since they let go Mike Vrabel. They let go John Robinson. I know people he did trade away AJ Brown, but they had a culture there. Mike Vrabel had that team playing, whether they was bad or not. That team came up, showed up, and played. But who cares about that? As long as they lose the next 14 games, I'm okay with that. But the Colts started 3-0 for the first time since 2009 after beating the Titans 41-20. How do you feel about this? The Colts winning, starting out this soon, because in the past we start out 1-2, 1-5, or something like that. But
Yeah,
start out
0-1 every year.
0-1. Yeah. So we guaranteed for the past so many over a decade it was 0-1. Just so or 0-2 or 0, whatever, 3. But to start out 3-0, how impressed are you so far with this accomplishment?
Yeah, it's definitely just different. Like, you can tell even in the interviews or just seeing videos of practice or whatever, you can tell it's just different. Something's different. I don't know if it's motivation because like for Jim, who knows? But it's nice. It's just refreshing to not have to stress and like know your team's gonna lose or probably lose most of their games. Like, I feel confident that we can play and be in any game against any team that we play, and it's just nice.
And that's what we wanted. We said this in the beginning of the season. Start out, with JT, and that's what's happening right now. JT is getting the carries. He's uh, getting the positive yardage, and then you got Daniel Jones, who's been in the league for 6, 7 years, distributing the ball to his targets. We had some drop passes on Sunday, but they are catching the ball and we are moving the chain. Just seeing Tyler Warren, which we said what happened. Get Tyler Warren, he makes this offense much easier. Here's our guy. Here's a guy.
Yo, what's up? What's up? What's up? See, I was celebrating so much that celebrating in my sleep.
Hey, you slept like the Titans did on Sunday.
That's exact. I wasn't motivated enough. Nobody woke me up to motivate me to help me celebrate 3-0. It's just such a bizarre thing that I just wasn't. I was like, wait, we're celebrating three. What does that mean? Like, I don't know what that means.
It's been a long time. It's been a while. Can you turn your
Hey,
camera to?
are the Titans still fighting each other? Like, or like, what are they doing?
They traded my
So
they traded my their 2nd-year cornerback in the 7th for a 6th round pick.
they traded? Like, they gave up on the season already?
Yeah, they traded
Man.
Jarvis Brownlee, the guy that was talking shit to Zaire Franklin and Anthony Richardson before the season. Well, Anthony Richardson before the season, and just last week, talking call Zaire Franklin a clown because
Zaire
Zaire.
Franklin is the plan. Is
Huh?
one.
Say again.
Zaire Franklin is the plan.
Well, I get what you're saying, but they asked him. The media asked Zaire Franklin about the pass that Cam went through to Elick that was across the field. Could have been picked off. And he said,
Yeah.
I want him to do that again because he said it was a bad pass, which I said it was too. But okay, it's a touchdown, so I mean, it is what it is. I said, as a defender, they would say that throw that pass again. Shit, he did. He did that. Not that same pass, but he did a pass Sunday. They got pick
Yeah.
six.
Man, listen. I'm really. Can we trade Zaire Franklin for Bobby Okereke? Like, can we
Oh my God, man!
can we get that guy back?
You know what? No.
Oh,
And you know why I'm saying no? Because if you saw what Zaire Franklin did on Sunday when he tipped that pass at the line of scrimmage in Cam Ward's face, I was like, yes, this is what I needed. This is what I need you to do.
his best play in 5 years, man. That's what's up.
Hey,
You
I'll
know
take.
what? We signed that guy to make one good play in 5 years against the Titans. That's what's up.
Hey, at this point, we're winning. It's not the time to just
That's true.
give up like the Texans, cutting their DB, or like the Titans trading, a second year player that's good against the run.
Didn't the Texans release Gardner Johnson,
Yep, they did.
the safety?
They released him today, and news came out that he's been, a cancer in the locker room, which we all
Nice.
knew anyway. But
You think he likes winning?
we can't win when you're 0-3.
I know. What if he went to a team that's winning?
Yeah, he's supposed to.
Oh, nice.
She
We
said,
can give a call. Like we could use some safeties.
I don't want if he's cancer over there. I don't want that over here. I don't want that over
Oh,
here.
that's true. That's true. Fair enough. Touche. I like our chemistry right now, which is I never thought I'd say that, but I like it.
Yeah, that's why before you came on, I said, for a team, the Texans were supposed to be that. They're going to be that team that had good culture, with having D'Amico Ryan setting the tone, having good culture. But when you have your quarterback playing bad, you got no running game, you got no receivers outside of Nico because you missed Tank Dell, Christian Kirk being injured, and then Chubb is not the same guy that was 3-4 years ago. And your defense is your anchor, but they've been on the field too long.
Yeah.
Derrick Henry getting cooked still, but not still. He's getting cooked now, which is we haven't said that in the past couple of years. So to see that, that's their culture is pretty much going down as well. We don't know what's going on in Houston. They can possibly go 0-4 come Sunday against the Titans, which Austin said it should be flexed to 4 a.m. But yeah, that's yeah, we have that been thing. But I'm gonna go ahead and give cheers to the 3-0 since 2009. The year we went to the Super Bowl. Yes, we did lose to the Saints. But I'm gonna give it cheers to the winning record for the first time since 2009. But we're gonna move on to the next topic because it's more accomplishments that we have. Colts are one of the 3 teams to not turn the ball over. You hear that? Colts are one of the 3 teams to not turn the ball over in these first 3 games. The other teams are Buffalo and Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Colts also has scored 103 points in 3 games. That's the most since 1967. That's a long time to score 100. I don't know what Shane Steichen is doing, but keep doing it, guy. Whatever you're doing, continue doing it. To have 103 points in 3 games, the most since 1967 by this team, whatever you're doing, keep doing it. If it's continuing to run the ball with JT or throwing, dink and dunking with Daniel Jones, I don't care. I don't care if you run the ball with Tyler Warren's 18 times a game. If it's winning football, continue doing it. But what do you guys think about this impressive accomplishment? Go since you've been sleeping because of the Titans. Go ahead, Harish.
Yeah, I mean, I think the most impressive thing is the fact we haven't been turning the ball over, right? Like, there's 2 things I've been really impressed with this team. The fact that we've only punted once in 3 games, which which means what? You're scoring a lot of points just automatically, right? And the fact that we haven't turned the ball over. Danny Dimes has been lights out for 3 weeks.
Yeah,
Uh, like he hasn't even had an average game yet. I don't think.
I think
Uh,
let me
Let
see.
alone a bad game.
He is. I think his completion percentage is. I think it's 107 for the season. I know it's too early, but his completion percentage is like. I mean, research.
72% completion percentage for the entire season.
I'm sorry. His
And
passer rate.
yeah,
Yeah.
111 quarterback rating.
Yes. So you got
Right.
his passer rating 111, and his completion is what 71. You say?
One 71.2%, yeah.
Yes.
Which is uh fourth in the league.
Yes.
Only behind well actually it's really third. It's really third in the league because Carson Wentz and Marcus Mariota don't count, right?
Yeah.
Because they've only played one game each. So it's Lamar Jackson's at 142, Jared Goff is at 120.2, and then Daniel Jones is at 111.7. Like he's been playing stellar football. He's got
And of course, no turnovers. But yeah,
three touchdowns. He has more than three touchdowns on the season, doesn't he?
I know he got at least two passing because both of them was to Pittman. But rushing touchdown, he has three. So two passing and three rushing. From I
He's
can
got
never.
three rushing. Oh, he's only got three passing touchdowns. Why do I feel
Three?
like he has more than that?
I think, yeah, Pittman and who else? Pittman has two
I
touchdowns too.
think JT caught a
He
passing
caught. Oh,
touchdown.
he got the one from J.
Yeah.
Man, I guess it's only been three. But regard, he's been really efficient, right? And
Yes.
that's the whole point of Shane's offense. Hit the short stuff, hit the easy stuff, keep the chains moving, right? That's the entire offense. Tyler Warren is continuing to show why he was the icing on the cake for this offense.
Yes.
He is he's been really the Swiss Army knife. He's done all the dirty work. He just does all the other things that we've been begging for the tight ends to do for years.
Yes.
And the reason why I said, hey, we like I wouldn't be upset if we got this guy because he accomplishes all the stuff that we've needed. We've tried tight ends to do the same thing Tyler Warren's done in 3 years. Block, catch, run routes. Like he's doing it all. And the other guys are just kind of squeezing in, doing their. Now those other guys can like do their little. Now it doesn't matter if Noelle Cox drops 5 balls because Tyler Warren's going to catch 9, right? So, uh, yeah, I mean it's just been good balance across this team. The defense has played really well. Goes back to shows maybe we do have a little bit more talent than we thought. I still think we're lacking talent in a lot of places, but I actually think Anarumo's defensive scheme is is uh is helping this defense play a lot better than the talent shows.
It's definitely um, complimentary to all the players on his team, including Latu, who has I think is good. I think he had 91 grade
Yeah.
in the time he played. That's impressive. I mean, look at the pressure that we had on Sunday against Cam Ward in that offensive line. We had 4 sacks. Your boy Taquan had 2 sacks. Quiddy Pay had a sack.
Yes, he did. My
Yes.
boy Taquan Lewis, man, I just hope he stays healthy, man.
Even I think
I just
Gallimore had a sack as well. I mean,
Noah Gallimore, yep. Yep.
so
I
I
mean,
mean,
all guys that I thought, I was like, dang, Taquan Lewis, that guy can play, and he's playing well. I really liked the Neville Gallimore signing when we met. A lot of people didn't like it. I was like, guys,
I,
this guy's a big dude. Like he's gonna be able to clog holes for us, and that's exactly what he's doing.
yes, yes, he did.
Um,
And can you explain why we're not playing JTT? Because a lot of fans are before Austin get his take. A lot of fans are complaining that he's not playing. But with the Lou coming out saying that we don't need him right now, it's the guys that are playing in front of him are just playing well.
yeah,
And we needed more defensive tackles inside.
Yeah, I mean, like JTT's a you're basically swapping out another edge rusher for a third defensive tackle.
Yeah,
And a lot of these formations that we're running, and why? A lot of teams are running inside. A lot of teams are running inside zone. They're running they're not really bouncing a lot to the outside. So you have enough right now to hold the edge, right? To set the edge so that guys aren't getting outside. And so listen, the pass rush is being created in a lot of different ways. Um, I know it's frustrating that it's not organic. And I think, quite honestly, like I don't know if putting JTT on the other side, the weaker side that he's not used to, is gonna fix anything, right? I think right now it's working. We'll see what it looks like. I think this weekend's gonna be a great test for this entire team, and I'm sure we'll talk about that later. But um, yeah, I mean, you don't need him because you're creating pressure without him. He's a second round pick. The guy's gonna get his chance to play, but there's really zero chance to rush him on the field right now. There's really zero reason, right? He'll get his chances. I mean, he's let's see, he played.
he just played last week. He was inactive this past week. I'm sorry.
So he's
He,
only played 5 snaps this year. I
yeah,
wonder if there's like a. I know they say he's healthy scratches, but I wonder if he's like a. I think eventually they'll probably replace Quiddy Pay with him.
I don't know. He's playing good too, so it's a possibility.
Um, he's had a couple good plays. I still don't think. I think Quiddy Pay is gonna be gone after this year. That guy's terrible. I know he played well, and that's how I know. That's how I know the Titans suck. Like if it was Quiddy Pay is getting sacks, that's how I know you suck, right? Um, that's all I really need to know. I mean, even in the run game, which is his strength this year, hasn't played all that well. He's only a 65 rating against the rush, or sorry, he's a 68.5 rating against the run, which I mean, Latu's an 81, who's on the other side, right? So, and Quiddy Pay has played the most snaps out of all of our defensive ends.
Yeah.
So he's just not producing, in my opinion, for the amount of time that he's been playing. So I think eventually he's going to be gone. Now, will Ballard go get Trey Hendrickson like he should have done 6 weeks ago? I don't know, but I do think Trey Hendrickson is probably the missing piece.
Or whatever happens for us to trade deadline in a couple weeks, a couple months. I'm sorry. Uh, Trey probably need this because they got built their ass on Sunday. They got built their ass as well. I'm talking about Minnesota. Our former coach player, shout out to Isaiah Rogers, who had a 99 rate and all deserving because he was a baller on Sunday.
Yeah,
He pretty much,
he probably had a bet that was going to force 2 turnovers.
yeah. Hey, he bet on himself and he won. I can't blame him for that. It was good, Josh. Yeah, we had time. Hey, we always got time for the other Josh. Um, two great Josh. The other Josh is Josh Allen if he's watching. But go ahead, Austin. Colts. Being one of the three teams and not turn the ball over, and we scored 103 points in 3 games, the most since 1967. What are your thoughts on this?
We said for years now that we need to win the turnover battle, and not having any turnovers and forcing turnovers. That's what we're doing every game so far. And then scoring points. Obviously, you have to score points to win. So uh, our offense is playing really well. Shane Steichen's calling games really well. Daniel Jones is doing his thing. If he can keep this up, even just a little lower than what he's doing, I think we'll be perfectly fine for the rest of the year.
What was Shane Steichen saying in beginning of his tenure that we're going to throw the score points or something like that and a run to win games or something like that? He said that's what we're doing. That's pretty much what we're doing. We're scoring points in the air and we're running to win games. What JT has done the past 2 years, past 2 games, is evidence right there. The way he carried us on Sunday stiff arming players to the dirt, block, spin move, you know, doing all juking everybody to get to the end zone for 40-something yard, 46 yard uh, touchdown run. It wasn't to close the game out. It's just to add more points on the board. That was in the third quarter. The fourth quarter hadn't even started yet. We already up in the 30s. That's where we want to see this team be. Like Harish said, we got a test coming Sunday. This is not going to be the same team. We're not going to see, you know, we're not going to have an easy game like it was against uh, the Miami Dolphins and the Titans. We probably see a game like we see against the Broncos, where quarterback play was pretty good. We let Bo cook us a lot. Winning the turnover battle to get put our position to win the game on a walk off field goal. That quarterback over there with the Rams is the Hall of Fame quarterback, and he got two weapons. Puka, he got three weapons. You got the running back, and then you got two. You got I think, my opinion, could be a Hall of Famer, Devontae Adams, and then you got Puka. That's a test. That's a real test. So it's not gonna be easy, but to right now, to go off right now, we're doing well. And I got some other stats. If you want to go ahead and continue, I got other stats I'll bring up when you get done. You still?
Me?
Yeah.
That's all I had to say about that.
But there was another. We got Danny Dimes, or just Dimes. He's a top 5 passing quarterback right now. He's top 3 in passing yards behind Justin Herbert and Geno Smith with 816 yards. He's been everywhere. He's been on the Manning cast on yesterday. He's been on plenty. I think he's been on. He's been on. What's he been on? He hadn't been on Pat McAfee. That was Cam Bynum been on Pat McAfee. But that just shows that when you win, people want you on the show to see how you guys are winning. How's the atmosphere of the winning team. You guys we are leading the division right now. We won the division game, 1-0. That's good. We usually down in the win column for us division wins, and now we at the top, which is all that matters. Josh said, so if and or when we beat the Rams Sunday, we are legit contenders. What you think, guys? I'll let you guys answer that. If we beat the Rams and go 4-0, are we legit contenders?
I think that would prove that we can play with anybody. Like I said earlier, like how we've been doing so far, it seems like we can play with anybody. And then if we beat the Rams, who just played a really good game against the Eagles and probably should have won that game, honestly.
But
Uh, if we can beat them, like it just proves that even further that we can compete with anybody.
go ahead, Aris.
Yeah, I mean, look, I still think it's early, but I do think the heads are starting to turn, right? Like the Colts are starting to get national attention now. If you beat the Rams, the Rams are playoff contenders, right? I don't know if the Rams are Super Bowl contenders, right? I think I would, if I look at this schedule, and I don't think we play a team like that, which is kind of tough because it's hard to gauge how we go up against the AFC's best, because right now Chiefs aren't a playoff team right now. That team looks terrible, right? Um, I think if we here's what I think. If we win this week, and even if we don't, right, I find it really hard for us to lose before that October 19th game. I think that October 19th game is going to be our first real test to see if we're contenders.
Against the Chargers?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Ooh.
Because the Chargers right now look like the best team in the NFL to me.
Well, at least the AFC for a fact.
I think they're the best. They look like the best team in the NFL. Because maybe besides the Bills.
The Bills, I get the Lions still pretty good.
The Lions are good, but the Lions are they I mean, they had that stinker in week 1, right? But um, they're also in the yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, I would say I would probably say the best team in the NFL right now. Like I'm you guys know I said it before the season started. I was a huge fan of Justin Herbert.
Yeah.
Huge fan of this Chargers team. I really like the Chargers, and I watched them again play the Broncos yesterday. Now here's the thing: Denver plays two really good teams, and they lose both games on the last second field goal, and all of a sudden Denver's trash,
Yeah.
right?
I can't say that
Like
yet. Yeah.
that's so crazy to me. It's like, oh, you're 3-0, but you beat a 1-2 Denver team. Yeah, we're one of those teams that beat them, right? Uh, and San Diego or LA, the Chargers are one of those teams that have beat them, and both teams beat them on a last second field goal. So it's not like you know Denver's this terrible team; they just lost close games. I
See,
think, yeah, I think you start to maybe have a conversation. Um, there's still a long way to go, man. Like we could start 3-0 and drop those. You know, the freaking Packers lost to the Browns ish on Sunday. So anything can happen in this league, and it's just way too early. But it's a great like starting 4-0 in the AFC. I think I think what it does do is depending on what happens with the Texans and the Jaguars, like if both of those teams remain inconsistent, you can at least start to shoot yourself in the defense.
yeah.
I mean, sorry, in the division because I really wanted the Jacksonville Jaguars to lose yesterday because Houston winning would put all three teams at 1-2, and well, except for the Titans, and we'd be at 3-0, and we'd have a 3-game lead over everyone. Like selfishly, I really wanted that to happen.
Well, selfish for me, I wanted Jacksonville to win because of
Well, it is funny to see Houston 3-0.
yeah,
That is also funny,
yeah.
but they've played a tough schedule, and I just don't think Houston's
I don't know about the tough schedule part. The Rams probably on the toughest team.
But no, they played the Rams, the Bucks, and the Jags.
They had. Well, you know what? They could have won both games, the Bucks and the Rams games. So I
And
take it.
they lost both games by they've lost all their games by one possession.
Yeah, so yeah, all three games, and it's because of the offensive line and quarterback play to me.
Well, the quarterback play wouldn't be bad if the offensive line was atrocious. You know what, CJ? You know what this CJ Stroud like offensive line reminds me? Remember when Matt Ryan was our quarterback and our offensive line was terrible?
Yeah,
That's what this team is starting to look.
yeah, but Matt Ryan was turning the ball over a lot, a lot.
I mean, CJ Stroud had 2 interceptions,
Yeah, yeah,
2 really bad interceptions.
yeah, bad. Yeah, pretty much bad. Yeah, so his the biggest test is within the trenches. Can our O-line slow down the Rams? I mean, they don't have now the biggest, the biggest problem. Our biggest problem against the Rams when they had Aaron Donald. Not saying they didn't replace him with a good guy. They got some good guys as well, but he was wrecking our offense 2 years ago.
He was, but I would agree. Like their defensive line now, as a whole, as a unit, is much
Yeah,
better than it was. I mean, obviously, when you have Aaron Donald, that changed a lot. But Jared Verse is really good.
yeah,
That other guy they had,
Darwin
uh,
Young.
yes.
Darvin Young is really good. They also have that other. They have
Defensive
that
guy,
I really liked. He's a defensive tackle. I forget his name. Um,
right? I can't remember either. I have to
I'll
double
tell
check.
you in like 35 seconds. His name is oh geez, it's what's his freaking name?
Are you searching right now?
Yeah. Um Brandon Fisk. Braden Fisk.
Okay, okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. They got good.
There you go, Fisk. Yeah. So I mean they've got a really good I would you know, I would argue that their unit is way better than this year
Mm-hmm.
than it was a couple years ago because as a unit they're very good.
This is Coach's first time playing in the new stadium in SoFi.
Yeah, which a beautiful stadium, by the way.
Yes.
SoFi is an amazing stadium. It's a really cool stadium. But yeah, that I think it's. I would agree. I think that's going to be a really good test for this team. Um.
Yeah, man.
So we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Now, next topic would be, some little light that you already mentioned already. Sanchez finally got the punt. He punt once on Sunday in that 41-20 win. But we're only the second team in the Super Bowl era to punt less than 5 times. The other team is a team that we hate, the New England Patriots. As you stated already, if we're not punting, it means we're scoring. That's what you want to see. Put more points on the board and not punt. And we're also going for it on fourth down. I know you said on last episode that was the factuation of everybody going for it on fourth down. But that's where you go right there. That's your answer. We're going for it and completing or converting on fourth down to move the chains to go kick a field goal or score a touchdown. This is impressive. Sanchez gets to work for free on Sundays. So, hey, what you got to think about that? We're punting less, and being the only, two teams in the Super Bowl era to punt less than 5 times, only one time in 3 games. Go ahead, Austin.
Yeah, it's impressive. Like you already mentioned, that means we're scoring points, and it shows that we scored 103 points in 3 games. So it's just impressive. And the punt that he had was a really good punt, also. So it's like when we need him, we know we got him.
Yes, and that's the important piece of that. What you said is that we know we need he can be an All-Pro kicker in this league and kick to the within the 20 yards or less yard line and start the team out going 90 plus yards down the field. I love that. Go ahead, Harish. You already said it anyway, so I guess I don't know if you want to.
Yeah, I mean, when you're not punting, you're scoring points, right? I mean, when you're only punting once, then yeah, field goals are good. Um, oh yeah, no, you'd like to see a lot of more of those field goals converted to touchdowns. Like I still think the red zone is something we need to focus in on. But again, it's easy to focus in on things that need to happen and be better when you're winning football games,
Yes.
right? Now, if we'd only punted once, but we were scoring 10 points a game, like that would be a problem, right? But that math just doesn't that math doesn't make sense, right? Um, but what was funny is even the one punt that we had, it almost got blocked.
Yeah, it was close. It was close.
I
It was
was like,
close.
ooh, yeah, he's definitely a little rusty, which obviously, right? Like,
He needs to punt more.
yeah, um, but yeah, it'll it's good. Like it's fun. Look, Colts football is it's cool right now. It's fun. Um, it's fun to watch this offense move. It's fun to watch Shane Steichen finally like this is what Shane Steichen imagined his offense would be,
Yes.
right? And I talked about this when we were three of us were chatting in our group during the game. Like that formation that we use with JT and Tyler Warren in the backfield, like the two
Oh,
back formation, but it's we haven't even seen. I feel like we haven't even seen like half of what can happen in that formation. Like I still think there's still so much variation that can come out of that formation. Um, Tyler Warren can run the ball. You can get wheel routes out of that formation to confuse defenses. You can get motion out of that defense. You could probably like do some crazy stuff with AR, right? And we like there's probably still so much you can unlock in that formation that I feel like Shane's like putting in his back pocket because you don't need to show anything else. Like they can't even stop the run with
right.
Tyler Warren as the lead blocker in that formation.
Did you see that one play?
Yeah, it was beautiful. The long play. Look
Yeah,
who gets the lead block, Tyler Warren.
I won.
And guess what? I don't think that formation works with another tight end. We've seen it. Like it doesn't work.
I view Tyler Warren as a skinnier version than Quinn Nelson because what he did on that play and allow a bigger hole for JT to run through and do his thing, breaking tackles, missed tackles, and
I don't want to
run.
throw names out there. Yeah, I don't want to throw names out there quickly. You know who Tyler Warren reminds me of? a better Rob Gronkowski.
Yes, but which Gronkowski said it himself that he's another him.
Yeah.
It's true.
And he's doing it way like Gronkowski didn't block like that when he was a rookie.
He developed that. He developed that over time.
Yeah.
Just seeing that. Then Michael Pittman was the last blocker at the end when he pushed Snead out of the picture. So, I mean, this is what you want to see from your team. We haven't seen this in years. This team is playing exciting. They're playing sound football. They're playing together. Everybody is, pretty much together. I like togetherness. I'm gonna say that togetherness. They're playing together, playing sound, one band, one sound. This is what I love. Go ahead, Austin. On the punt less. How impressed?
I already answered.
Oh, so yeah, I got too excited. I was like, you can go again. But we can move on to the next topic that I find it funny, but it's JT. JT leads the NFL in rushing yards. When I say leads it, he leads the NFL in rushing yards. He is out rushing about 17 teams in rushing yards, which is impressive. He is carrying this team and the league in rushing. What you guys think about that? Go ahead, Harish. Since I'm trying to give it to Austin all the time. I'll just give it to you.
Awesome.
Awesome.
It's awesome. And look, JT so far this season, again, we're only 3 games in, is averaging almost 6 yards a carry.
Yeah.
Right. He hasn't really carried the ball all that much either. Why? Because the rest of the offense is working. Like this, like JT, like this is what balance looks like. Like we talk all the time around, like, dang, I really want to see balance in this offense.
Mm-hmm.
This is what balance looks, and it's not even like JT's leads by like 20 yards, right? JT's like in the lead by a lot.
Yeah.
Like I think it's over 100 yards.
As a matter of fact, I can tell you right now.
No, well, it's like 50 yards, which is still a lot. It's like half a football field's worth.
It's only 4 yards. He's leading, but he has 200. He has 338 yards. The next team, the Cardinals have 334 rushing yards.
So no, I'm talking about individually. Like he's got 338. James Cook has 284.
Yeah, couple. It's not even 100 yet, but yeah,
it's like 50-ish, right? Like 51 maybe 49, I think, like official math, right?
We're not mathematicians, so
yes.
Yeah. We just
podcasters. Again, really, really good. The other cool thing about this, no fumbles. No fumbles.
Yeah, no fumbles. Yeah.
This entire team has no turnovers through 3 games, which is awesome. Awesome.
Isaiah said they hang out together. Yeah, they go out to eat. This is building their culture, chemistry. We've been neat. This is what Pat McAfee was saying last year. That pretty much put everything in the light that this team has no culture. We see it now.
It's trust. They've built trust.
Yeah.
And it's, listen, from Chris Ballard's perspective, he's probably like breathing a sigh of relief. Like he's only waited 10 years for this to happen. Right? We've only waited 10 years for this to happen. Yeah, I mean, it's fun to watch, man. And like the way this team is operating, it's just fun.
He's the Drake thing, the top run back in the league, but he's not too. I like that job.
It's hard to tell me like there's a better running back in the league right now. Nobody can convince me that there's
not even Derrick Henry, who's been fumbling in 3 games.
Yeah, Derrick Henry has 2 crucial fumbles.
I mean, to say that it still shocks me to say that he's been fumbling in all 3 games. 2 led to team losing.
Yep.
That tells you right there that this team is. We are playing on all cylinders. I would say our special teams can't get better. Our defense can't get better. Because they shouldn't even have 20. They should have just had 6, but they got 20. We shouldn't allow them to get there. But I think when you're up that big, you just kind of sit back and just chill.
Bounce back up, right? I think it's like younger guys getting in the game because they did score a couple times late, right?
I ain't like that at all. Are you worried about Eddie Mitchell before Austin get his chance? I
No,
ain't. But go ahead.
no, no. Everybody's feasting and eating right now. I think. I
If
mean,
Daryl Baker didn't, if Daryl Baker did not get that penalty, that was a touchdown.
on AD Mitchell, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, that was a touchdown.
Listen, I mean, look. If you look at the target share through 3 weeks, we looked at it last week. It's still very, very even, right? Michael Pittman has 19 targets. Alec Pierce has 13. Tyler Warren has 21. Josh Downs. Josh Downs. Nobody talks about Josh Downs only have 14 targets, right? Like we thought he's gonna be. And look, it's just how the cookie crumbles. At
Mhm.
9, AD Mitchell like he should be like fourth on this list. He's not like a wide receiver 1 or 2 yet. He's not fully developed into that receiver. Once he fully develops, he's probably the best receiver on this team. I'm telling and I'm sticking by it. But right now, there's no need to rush his. This is great. There's no need to rush his development. Like let him continue to sit in the shadows. I think Shane Steichen talked about it in his press conference yesterday. He's like, "Look, Eddie Mitchell's doing great. He's doing everything we've asked him to do. He's in a much
He's
better
comfortable.
space.
He's
When we
comfortable,
need him, trust me, he's gonna show up."
and he has.
Yeah.
He has every game.
So
I got no issue. I mean, he's not going to have 70 yards or 80 yards now, but I mean, we don't need him to do that right now. We need him to remove the chains.
when we struggle in the red zone and they need another option, I just watch. It's gonna be AD Mitchell. That guy runs routes like unlike anybody else on this team. It's going to be AD Mitchell. So just watch.
Go ahead, Austin.
About JT.
Yeah, JT, being leading all teams in rushing.
Yeah, he saw the top 100 list and he wasn't on it, so he's like, "Wait a second, what? Y'all forgot who I was?"
Well, he reminded everybody.
He yeah, he's been arguably the best running back in the league, like y'all had already mentioned. He's playing really well. He's taking care of the ball. He's hard to tackle. He he proved it Sunday. He can break tackles. He can stiff arm. He can spin move, juke. He does it all. He's catching the ball now. He's playing really well for us. He's been the leader on offense that we have needed him to be.
And you mentioned about not being on the top 100 list, but not being named a captain. He's showing why you should have named him a captain on offense because he is carrying his team. I didn't even know he had stiff arm in arsenal. He stiffed arm Sneed into the dirt.
It was like a jump stiff arm too.
Yeah, he jumped in the air. I didn't think he had stiff arms. Every running back has a stiff arm. He had a stiff arm. Like he
Yeah.
stiffed. He did
That's gonna be
that.
on Angry Runs this week with Kyle Schrader.
Yes, he got that award again, which he was angry as hell Sunday, because I'm sure you heard the noise that he don't run. He don't have his best games against the Titans, which he had 218 last year in that last game uh, against the Titans. But to start out the first game against the Titans, over 102 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Yep.
3 touchdowns. I can show y'all, stats. The stats, stats don't lie. The guy rushed for 100, and it wasn't an easy 100. They stacked the box in this first half. The second half, he came out. It was like, oh no, you're not doing that. This is not Frank Wright. This is not Frank Wright. But Frank Wright would stop. Frank Wright, what we know about Frank Wright offense, he would have stopped rushing JT and threw the ball 40 times. We would have lost. Shane
Yeah.
Steichen said, we're going to continue running this guy. And that's what happened. He stuck with the run. The lanes got open, and he made positive yards, and he got into the end zone. Uh,
Yep.
Isaiah want to know about the signing of Mike Hilton, which I've been banging on the table for him. I've been saying this for longer. Get this guy on our team. I said it before we even drafted Wally, Justin Wally. He got injured. I say, hey, let's get this guy. He ended up going to the Dolphins. Dolphins cut him. I said, let's go get this guy. We got him, guys. Just think about that. You didn't get a chance to talk about it, but I think me and Austin spoke on it about the transactions for the NFL that we end up picking this guy up, a 10-year veteran. So just think about that guy. Add him on.
Um, yeah, I mean, it's just another guy that knows the defense, right? When you have injuries like we've had, and you need somebody to come in quickly, it's easy to go get guys that know the system already, right? And Josh mentioned it, and I know it's been mentioned, but what about Gilly? I mean, a guy Gilly would be fine, but again, like we talk about fit, and we talk about like where we are right now and what we need. You need a guy like Mike Hilton that where he doesn't have to learn terminology. He doesn't need to learn all these like intricate things that are like, you know, dang, I need somebody for the next couple weeks right now,
Right.
right? There's the trade deadline is 5 weeks away. Like there's still a lot of this. 5 weeks from now, we can be 7-1 or 6-2, right? And then now the big brain of Ballard. Hopefully, this is where I hope he doesn't get complacent. Is maybe we are a lot closer, and we just need one move to push us over the top. Maybe we put all of our now. You think maybe we put all of our chips in now? It's like this is the time to go. If I want to make my money, I go do it right now.
Go all in.
Go all in, and you go make that one. Then you go get a big corner. Like you can go get a corner that's like the top notch corner, right? Or you go get a defensive end, or maybe that's when you pull the trigger on Trey Hendrickson. I just don't think like signing these guys for like a couple like Gilly is fun and dandy. Like I think that'd be great. I think Mike Hilton was the right move just because you just need a guy that's a fit for the next few weeks because he already knows the system. It's just an easy transition.
I mean, I would rather have a guy that's 31 than 35, 36.
Yeah, I mean, and he's still relative. Not saying that Gilly can't play at 35, but he's 35 and he has to learn um,
System.
a new system, right?
And
Like,
haven't been in it at all. Yeah, no training camp.
uh, Peyton Manning was talking about this last night when he was talking to Daniel Jones
Mm-hmm.
about like how, or no, he was talking about it on Pat McAfee's show, where he was talking about like,
It was at Manning cast. He was on there.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, no, like I think Manning went on the McAfee show and he was talking about like how hard it is to have three different coordinators in 3 years.
Yeah.
Like you have to learn new terminology every year. It's like think about like I don't know. I'm like think about like doing something every single year, but you have to figure out how to do it differently, right? Um,
He said, "Cut Howard." I like Howard on the team. He's another veteran guy. We got three veteran guys in the secondary. He had a bad game against Broncos, but he redeemed himself last week. He did have
he's
one.
not going to play much, and that's probably another reason why you're going to get another guy like Hilton, right? Like again, but that's a great example. Howard doesn't know this. He was just there to like he's probably still learning terminology, right? And so that's going to take some time. But the good thing is he's not going to play often. So when he does figure it out, those reps will get better and better as time goes. But this is exactly why you sign a guy like Hilton. I love the signing. I thought it was really smart signing. I just like the fact we're making these moves quicker.
Yes, we see a weakness, and we are go ahead and address those needs.
Try something different immediately, right? Like, yes, that's what I'm the most impressed about. And I think this is probably Anarumo pushing more than, or maybe this is Ballard saying, oh wow, like we can actually do something here. So we should make some moves, right? But yeah, I just think it's familiarity, and I think that was smart.
Yes, got a ton of past experience. Been in the league a long time. I've seen a lot. Like you said, can fill in ASAP. He's a plug and play guy.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Austin.
Yeah, we talked about it earlier. I mean, I like that he knows lose defense, especially now that Kenny will be out a week or two, maybe three. He can definitely fill that role and just help the defense stay where it's at or make it even better.
Oh, yep, we'll progress. I mean, we haven't talked about this at all, but we can see AD Mitchell filling a role of Alec Pierce potentially being out because he's right now in the concussion protocol. And we know what happened last week when Mooney got hurt. He missed the game, so we're probably looking at our deep threat guy being out. So AD Mitchell can definitely fill that role of doing those vertical um, routes and stuff like this. So I hope Pierce is there because it helps. because I want to have every weapon we can have against the Rams. Because we've seen with Tyler Warren what he can do. All the eyes is on him. He didn't have a big game, but every guy, all the eyes on him. Pittman had a big game because of that.
Yeah.
Adam Chris had a big yardage game because of that. JT had a big game because of that. Because everybody's over there looking at him because he had an impact the past 2 weeks. They said, no, we can't stack the box anymore. Of course, we can't stack the box anymore. But we can't let this young guy wreck our defense. They did what they supposed to do, but other guys stepped up. So I'm excited for to see what we can do against the Rams. Um, what else did we haven't talked about for us? News. Oh, we beat the Titans so bad the coach gave up the play calling to somebody that shouldn't be play calling. They have an OC, but they gave it to the quarterback coach to call plays. I don't know what's going on in Tennessee, but we beat them so bad. Too
Oh,
late.
I was like, what? Yeah, I saw that.
Beat them so bad, and now they
Yeah,
changed it.
I felt bad, man. That's hard.
But we can go ahead and go to we get out of here, guys. We've been on here too long. Let's do our bold predictions for this week against the Rams. I'm gonna do one this week instead of two because it's not working. It's not working. So go ahead, Austin. What are your bold predictions?
Uh, if we're just gonna do one, I'll say that I'll say Alec Pierce is probably not playing, so AD Mitchell's gonna have a big game
Mm.
and get his first touchdown.
Oh, you haven't had a touchdown yet. Oh, you're right. You haven't had a touchdown in any. Yeah, he haven't had a touchdown last year or this year. So yeah, he's still waiting on his first touchdown. We want him to turn into Traylon Burks. So go ahead, Harish. Your bold prediction. You probably have the same thing.
Um, I'm gonna go on the defensive side of the ball, and I say the Colts as a team get 4 sacks this week.
Yeah.
I think they create enough pressure as a defense to get enough.
I mean, yeah, and the last time we played them, we got after Stafford. It's just that they had a walk off touchdown. Somebody was out of. I think Kenny Moore was out of position and allowed Puka to walk off in overtime and win the game because we came back from a
Yep.
20 some deficit. So yeah, four
That was a wild
sacks.
game.
Huh?
That was a wild game.
Yes, it
Yeah,
was.
I was in the building for that game.
Oh man.
That was a wild one. Yeah, I mean Stafford's been sacked 5 times in 3 games, so
Ooh,
he's been pressured quite a bit too. So
150 against
uh,
the Rams. Yeah, VT. Hey, if he get 150, we win the game. How you get 150, we win the game. That's yeah.
let's see the Rams.
You look at their rush defense to see where they at.
No, I'm gonna look at Stafford and
Oh,
pressure and see how much. Let's see. So Stafford has been pressured and sacked 5 times. Let's see. What does this mean? Total pressures. Okay, he's been pressured 36 times this year so far.
oh man, that's pretty high.
Um, so I mean, yeah, I mean you can have your way with Stafford, right? And when he's blitzed under pressure, I mean, like most quarterbacks, like his completion percentage gets dramatically worse, right? Um, he's only 45% under pressure, but he's 76%. If you keep him clean, this is going to be a long day.
Yes,
If you don't pressure him, it's going to be a long day.
it's gonna look
And
good.
actually, yeah, he under pressure, he's only completing about 45% of his passes, and he's been pressured about 36 times this year.
I would say between the two games that they played inside the division, much like with the Rams, no, the Texans did. They pressured him pretty good. And he turned the ball over. Texans could have won that game, but against the Titans, they had their way. They had their way with Titans. They got no pressure because they don't have any pass rusher. They don't have a pass rushing. They're not good at pass rushing. They're like the bottom, like 28, 20, something like that.
Yep.
They're not, we are too, but for as sacks, where we get pressures up there, we top in pressures. We just got to get to him, get some hits on him as well, and don't let those two receivers wreck the game, and then running back as well, because they got good running back as well. Come out of the backfield. He's not a good rushing running back, but he's a good threat on the passing game.
Yep.
Um, and we definitely want him to wreck the game. We see what he can do as well. She said, "It's always a pleasure." I also know, Harish, I know you haven't been on, but right now Teresa is in the hospital from having surgery, and she's watching us on this live stream. So she's
Oh
still,
dang.
so
Well, good luck, Teresa. Hopefully all goes well and you have a speedy recovery.
yeah, she's been our supporter and to support us while in the hospital. That is major love.
For
But
sure.
my prediction is Daniel Jones reaching the level of what Russell Wilson did to the Cowboys on that Week 1 game. I don't know if you guys remember, but he had like Russell had damn near 450 and 3 touchdowns. I feel like Dan Jones is going to air this shit out. He's going to air it out, and he's going to put a number because their cornerbacks is not. I'm not saying they're bad, but they're not. We've seen some cornerbacks. We've seen Snead. We've seen PS2, Patrick Surtain the second. We've seen that's our biggest, one of our best defenders we can face this year. Uh,
Yeah.
these are 3 teams, but I don't even know that those guys are locked down like they had Jalen Ramsey in the past. I feel like these guys are those guys. They're good. I'm not saying, but they're not lockdown guys. Pittman going to have a good game. If Pierce can play, he's going to have a good game. If Eddie Mitchell can have a good game, Tyler Warren's going to have a good game. These guys are going to have a good game. JT going to have some opportunities to catch out of the backfield and have a good game as well.
Yeah.
I can say he can have 150 in all-purpose yards because this game. I'm not saying we can win the game. I'm saying that we can have that type of level of playing. Daniel Jones has pretty much been conservative for the past 3 weeks, but I think this is a game where since everybody's gonna have us losing the game, they're gonna go out and throw it. We're gonna see him throw the ball close to 40 times.
Yep.
So as bold as I can get, as bold as I can get, guys. Now, with that being said, predictions, and y'all can go ahead and I said I go last with my predictions. Go ahead. I let Austin go ahead.
So I think it's going to be a close game. It's going to be kind of like the Broncos game. I feel like maybe come down to a field goal at the end. I'm going to give it to the Rams, 24-23.
Okay. 24-23. What you got, Mr. Harish? Do you have us winning or do you have us losing?
So tough.
I know. It's on the road, so
Yeah, I'd feel better if the game was at home. I know. I just really also like with Kenny Moore being hurt, like that kind of concerns me as well.
mhm.
But I'm not particularly like impressed with the Rams defense either. I think it's gonna be a high scoring game. I think the Rams win 33-30. Like I think we're gonna be able to have our day with that defense. But I also think Matt Stafford's gonna have his way with our defense. Especially if we can't get pressure. Now if we can get pressure, right? And we're able to get pressure on Matt Stafford, I don't see why we don't win this game by 10 points. But I just don't the inconsistency of the pressure of our defensive line. You're gonna have to be able to get pressure with 4 because you can't always blitz Matt Stafford. And I just don't think we can do that right now.
We definitely got to have. Now, Lou Anarumo faced his defense in the Super Bowl. But facing his offense in the Super Bowl, where he lost because he had Eli Apple as his cornerback. We know how they went. Cooper Cup got to feel it. They don't have Cooper Cup on that side. We don't have Eli Apple on our side. Definitely down a man on defense with Kenny Moore, and we added one with Mike Hilton. Um, and I still have us losing. Still have us losing. First, it is a road game. We just came off a road game, division team, going to a place we never played before. We don't know how the atmosphere is going to be. Going against a veteran quarterback, veteran receiver, and Puka just great. He possesses greatness on offense, route running, he can do everything. You see what he did against the Rams out of the backfield on that 45-yard run. He does a lot for that team. I don't think we have enough. I know we're riding high right now, but I think that's probably going to be our first loss of the season. And it's okay. I don't want anybody to panic. In just one game that we lost, that we can bounce back from. But against a team that's rounded on both ends, defense, special teams, and on offense, it's just going to be too much for us to overcome. Especially if we're down. We can't let them get like a 14-0 lead, because at that point, it's pretty much just game over. Anybody can win, but you're down 14. It's a bigger hole to come out of when you got a team like that. So I got us losing 28-24. Still a close game. Kind of high, but I got us losing 28-24. And I hope we win, but I just don't feel good about this game. I really don't. I really don't feel good about this game. If we do come out to win, I probably won't have any voice on this coming on the show that Tuesday. I probably have to have one of y'all host the show because I'm gonna be lit, boys.
I think the one thing I'd say is if we do lose this game, don't panic,
Yeah.
right? Like this is a very good Rams team that some people have as like NFC contenders, right?
Yeah.
And then, I mean, they just took the Eagles to the wire, and they actually had the Eagles on the ropes. They choked that game away.
It did. To lose a game off a block punt, block field
Yeah.
goal.
They're coming off an emotional loss on the road. So they're gonna like coming back home. Like that's a tough way to lose a game. Not only did they they didn't just miss the field, they got blocked for and a defensive tackle ran it back for a
Yes,
touchdown.
Jordan Davis.
Jordan Davis. The guy who hasn't done anything all year. Like that was his moment confidence boost. Like that's a tough loss. So they're gonna be ready to go. Don't be upset if we lose this game. This is a very good Rams team. I think this is Super Bowl contending. This is well, no, actually, I don't think that they're gonna contend for like NFC title games. I don't know if they're a Super Bowl contender, but there's gonna be a team that's gonna be there at the end for sure.
Yeah, I don't see them being good, and I don't see them being better than the Rams. Not Rams. I don't see them being better than Packers. I don't see them being better than Lions. I don't see them being better than even Eagles.
Yeah, I mean, so that puts them in the top four, which
Yeah.
puts them in a spot to potentially get into the what do you think? What do you call it? The NFC Championship game, which is yeah. I think that's completely fair. I think right now the Colts are like on the AFC side as of today. Like I don't see it. I don't see why we couldn't see a Colts Bills AFC title game like today, right?
I don't want to see that.
But there's just such a long way to go, man. Like
Yeah, but to see us going to Buffalo in that snow, we know we got to run the ball. But I don't.
well, I mean, if the playoffs started today, we'd be the 1 seed. So
Oh, okay. Well, hey, I'm okay.
so then, yeah,
Let's just take it 1 week at a time.
Yes,
you gotta come to Indy, baby. Ain't no snow over here
at all.
at all. So,
She said we
yeah,
win.
if you win or lose this week, it softens up for the next 2 weeks, and you can kind of head into that Chargers game 5-1. If you can go into the next Titans game 6-1,
Sweep.
1, 2, 3, 4, or yeah,
Easy.
6-1.
Easy sweep.
Yeah, I mean, hey, you go
The
into
Raiders game. The Raiders always play us somewhat tough. I don't know why, but I don't. Gino is not going to do it.
when is our bye week? Do you guys remember?
After
10 or 11?
is it after the Falcons or before the Falcons?
Oh, it's after the Falcons. Yeah. So
Because we got that long. Yeah, we got to go to
yeah.
Birmingham.
If you can go in, heck, if you can go into that second Titans game 6-2, you get this Titans, Steelers, Falcons before the bye week. You're sitting really pretty. Like starting 3-0 sits really pretty.
the Titans will be our next division game. The rest of the division games on the second half.
Correct. We don't play. You don't play the Texans until after Thanksgiving for the first time.
Yeah.
You don't even play the Jaguars until December.
Yeah,
So
I mean, if we're looking at a good season, I mean, we can rest our starter against the Texan game in Houston.
maybe, yeah. I mean, obviously that's thinking way too far, but yeah. I mean, if
Yeah.
you look at the next 3 weeks, right? You say you lose this game, you get the Raiders. You're going to beat the Raiders. The Raiders are terrible.
Yeah.
I don't even think the Cardinals are that good. Um, and then you play the Titans again, and then the Steelers, which again
That's
you get that Chargers game there, but like sandwiched in. But
mm,
6 out of the next 7 games after this year are all against bad teams.
yeah. This is our chance to win. This
Yeah,
this this is a chance to show that we're serious.
yeah, and so we can do it. And either way, we're gonna have a really good record heading into the back end of the season, which I didn't anticipate happening.
This is what I said last year. We had games where we could have won. They would have changed that 89 record.
Yeah,
If we can do that now, we're not a serious team.
but you got to take every team seriously. Like you don't want to slip up like the Packers and lose to the Browns or something like that. Right?
Or I mean, look what happened with the Titans.
Raiders.
The Titans lost like 7 games in a row and missed the playoffs.
Yeah,
And
anything can happen.
so we don't want to, we don't want to get too high or too low in a season. We're optimistic. We are all of us are three optimistic fans. We're not too high. We're not too low. We're not. Oh, we're going to Super Bowl. You're not going to hear that from us. We're going to talk shit because that's who we are. But realistically, we're going to say, hey, we like our chances. We sound like Ballard. We like our guys. We like our chances. Kind of, sort of.
Sound like Ballard, except we're actually serious this time.
But,
we do like our guys. We like this team. This team is fun. It's grown on me. It's been fun to watch.
Shout out to Kenny Moore with the pick six, and he got injured in that game. Get well for Kenny Moore. Get well for Alec Pierce. Hope you do play. If not, the other guys got to step up. We got to see Ashton Doolin. We got to see A.D. Mitchell and the rest of the guys that are stepping up on the offense to potentially, will us to win. I mean, all of us got us losing, and it's okay. But please don't panic, guys. Don't panic. Don't get out here saying all kind of wild stuff. Fire Ballard, fire Shane Steichen. Please don't do that. Don't do that, please.
Yeah.
And don't say get rid of Daniel Jones because that'd be stupid. He's gonna have a bad game. He's gonna have a bad game.
You can put up a stinker this week. It's okay.
Yeah, he's gonna have a bad game against. Could be some teams that somebody's gonna scheme a great defense against this guy.
Yeah,
and he's gonna turn the ball. I don't care if it's a good team or bad team. Somebody's gonna scheme, and they're gonna lock everything up. He's gonna make him force. They're gonna force him to win a game, and he probably can't. And it's okay. We're in great position to what we always say with the destiny thing. We control our own destiny right now. For our first, we control our own. Nope, we have to lose a lot of games to number one lose the top seed in the division, and just sync it up. But right now, it seems like everybody is playing to a standard of we got to win the division, we got to make it to the playoffs, win a playoff game. We can talk about this, Buffalo Colts, in Indy, at some point. I'll be happy with that. But right now, we just got to stack these wins up, go 4-0, go 5-0, 6-0 for that bye week, and then come back, and then here we go.
The more pressure you can put at 5-1, 6, because I don't think Jacksonville's very good either. Like that team was not that was not a good Jacksonville team. So I if you can go 6-1, 7, 5-2 or 8-0 or 7-0 heading into that Jacksonville game, and you beat Jacksonville once, you pretty much. I think at that point you have the division on lock.
Well, the first game is in Jacksonville. We get that.
If we can get the Jacksonville monkey off of our back, I think this division's on lock.
Yeah.
So yeah, don't panic. There's a reason why only one team's gone undefeated in the history of the entire league, right? So if you lose a couple games, like we'll be okay. But this is a very good team. This is a very, very good football team, and I think I think maybe Shane feels a little bit more confident because it kind of finally feels like his football team with his identity. So
Yeah.
it's good,
I get
exciting.
Yep. Well, it's part of the show where we gotta go, guys, and we gotta wrap this up and go on home, get back to our families, and just enjoy the rest of our nights. So we'll be back next week, hopefully with a win. But all of us got us losing, and it's okay. We're not. Don't panic. Don't crash out, as we always say, uh, and just you need the team to be supportive. We're gonna be in LA first time in SoFi, so let's support the team. Let's go, Coast. But let's go ahead and get our um, social medias out the way so we can go ahead and get out of here.
Yeah, you can follow me on X/Twitter at Cookie Austin 2.
Yes, sir. And what you got on Thursday? I know your guy had a bounce back game, and you guys got a lot to say on Thursday. Hurry.
Yeah, it's a simple week. It's a bye week for Texas. We'll talk about the new as I anticipated and was really hoping. Austin, I don't know if you saw.
We play each other next
Every
year.
year.
We're coming to Knoxville, baby. So I'm definitely gonna make a trip out to Knoxville next year. I used to
Mm,
live in Knoxville. I lived in Knoxville as a kid. So uh, I obviously love Knoxville. Beautiful city. I haven't been to Neyland Stadium since I was a kid, so I'm be really excited to go. I really hope that's a night game, but this is why I'm excited about being in the SEC is being able to go to games like this. So uh,
yeah,
we should definitely make some plans and meet up next year.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
I'm not going to Neyland because we keep losing, so I ain't going. I'm never going.
Okay.
Me in Tuscaloosa. I'm not going over there to Neyland.
Yeah.
Somehow we keep losing.
Just
What's
come
crazy
watch
is
the
we go.
Tennessee Texas game.
Huh?
Just come watch the Tennessee Texas game. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Arch Manning. And if anybody had any doubts, let's just listen to Texas fans when it comes to Arch Manning. This is why he's coming back next year.
Yes.
This is why we said he's coming back, right? Like, like a lot of people are like, oh, like he was the Heisman favorite. We didn't do this. We didn't do this. Y'all did. The national media did this.
Yeah.
Uh, look at who else they hyped up. DJ Lagway. DJ Lagway looks terrible right now.
No, he's ass. Just say that. Just go ahead and say it. He's ass.
He's very good. He just looks bad because he hasn't played. Like he's never been the guy. He hasn't played. He needs time. Like
He needs to find another profession because not only is Bill Napier sorry, he is sorry as well.
nah, no. DJ, dude, I'm telling you, bro, DJ
And Bill Napier, my guy. I'm just saying that Florida has a high standard there. He's not meeting that standard right now. That's just me on our side. But I know Bill Napier from saving the tree, stuff like this. I know. But yeah, this is crazy.
Yeah, Arch got a little bit better, but again, Sam Houston's very bad. Like it's probably the worst team in football. Um, but it was good to see him get some confidence. Now you go into the bye week this week, so we'll talk about what that looks like. Now you can kind of like really sit down over the next 10 days and say, okay, here's what the last 4 weeks looked like. This is what we need to get ready for SEC play because this is where it all matters. Like, what the
Yeah.
last 4 weeks is like. This is the season. SEC play is the season. So we'll see what happens.
But go ahead. You didn't plug in your social medias.
That's all I had.
Okay. And you can follow me on X at Who Is Y'all Senior, and you can follow the podcast on. We got a new thing now with Twitch. You can follow us on. Um, oh, follow us on Twitch. You can follow us on uh, X as well. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and also YouTube at HS Mob Podcast. HS Mob Podcast. Like I said, we're on Twitch now, so go ahead and follow us. Give us a follow where you can see this live stream everywhere. You don't miss anything. On YouTube, give us a like, subscribe, comment, you name it. It's always appreciated. Give us some love and support. We give it back to you guys by the way of our content. So thank you guys. I think I got one more comment from Teresa. She said, last question. I don't have anything about that. No comment from me. What about y'all? Nothing either. Yeah, I got no comment with that. one thing I don't, Teresa, one thing I don't do is mix politics with what I love to do is talk about sports. I don't mix those two together because all it does is just divide us, and I don't want to be divided from our brothers based off politics and other stuff that it matters, but it don't matter when it comes down to um, friendship and stuff like that and family. These guys are important to me. I've been knowing them for so long. I don't want to mix that up with politics, stuff like that. So uh, it was other than it was a tragic, thing for him. I don't want to speak on that at all because at the end of the day, um, he's a man of God, and had kids and stuff like that. But other than that, that's all I have. We don't have anything, guys. We're gonna go ahead and get up out of here, guys, and we'll be here next week, same time, 9:30 Eastern time. Give you this content, hopefully for a win, but got us losing. So, y'all, peace out. See y'all next week. Stay safe. Peace out.
On one out snap, it's a fact that